And we are here, a chance to make history tonight. Hello, everyone. My name is Nathan. I am one half of your Hill Brothers, and welcome in to the ACC Championship Game preview tonight as the one-seeded North Carolina Tar Heels go and take on the 10-seeded NC State Wolfpack. And if you would have asked anybody in the world paying attention to this conference of the ACC this year, if you would have said that North Carolina and NC State were going to be playing in the championship game, I don't believe anybody would have believed you. I think it was a dead set for North Carolina and Duke from the beginning. That's what everybody wanted. That was the fascination. After North Carolina got the two games on Duke during the regular season, everybody wanted that matchup, and we all thought it was coming down to it. I did. I think Allen did as well. And to see NC State here in this game, even though I can't stand them and I don't like to give them credit, you got to give them credit for, not only making it and beating Duke, but, I mean, look at the teams that they beat. Louisville, we understand the Louisville win. But Syracuse, a team that can shoot the ball, they beat them by almost 20. They beat Duke, and then they just beat a defensive masterminded team in Virginia, and it was a game up into the 70s. I mean, come on now. I got to give NC State credit there. But this game tonight is going to be a big one. It is a chance for North Carolina to finally win the ACC championship for the first time since 2016, when that team was led by one Mr. Joel Berry over there. But going into this game, North Carolina is favored 9.5 over the NC State Wolfpack. And I know we've been kind of talking about the favorability. The first game they played against Florida State, I think they were favored 10.5 there. I took the under, should have took the over clearly. And in this game, the Pittsburgh Panthers, even though I didn't see it at the time, it wasn't live when I was doing the preview, they were favored 7.5, and I hit it just about right there. But North Carolina is favored 9.5 going into this team. NC State's stat leaders are DJ Harm with 16 points per game, Muhammad Diarra with 7 rebounds per game, and Michael O'Connell with 3 assists per game. North Carolina stat leaders, RJ Mondo and Elliot Cadeau, just like it always is, with RJ leading us with 21 points per game, Mondo with 10 rebounds, and Elliot Cadeau with 4 assists. I'm starting to see the assist numbers go up a little bit. He's like at the 4 point something right now. I think he's like 4.1, 4.2 right now. So it's starting to go up a little bit there for Elliot Cadeau. Also with RJ with his points. He just scored 25 as well. The two teams stacked up against each other, clearly pretty different, man. North Carolina coming in, scoring 81 points per game on 45% shooting, 41 rebounds per game, 14 assists, 4 blocks, and also 5 steals. NC State, however, coming in with 76 points per game on 44% shooting, 35 rebounds per game, 12 assists, 3 blocks, and 7 steals for the team. So now that we got the stats out of the way, we understand this. Let's really break into the meat of the matter. Let's break into this game. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys watched the Duke post game, but I'm in my truck again because I'm not at home. But I used the back of this little envelope from my bank to do the stats, and then I ripped it in half. In order to be able to write down stats for you guys right now since I'm not at home. But don't you love it, man? You got to do what you got to do, bro. Anyway, so North Carolina, in my opinion, has to be extremely careful. I know we like to clown NC State when it comes to basketball because, they're not a basketball school. I understand they've won a national championship before. That was years and years ago. But they have really been just a joke of a basketball team over the past few years here. And I think North Carolina, has always kind of had that mentality going up against it. Like, here we go. We're facing baby brother. And I know that's a funny thing, with the fan base and everything. But no, tonight North Carolina has to come into being serious because NC State is playing its best ball right now. And they are getting hot at the right time. I'm pretty sure that they're one of the teams that's, I think, fighting to get into the tournament right now. I'm not too sure. I haven't kept up with it too much right there. I try my best to keep an eye on North Carolina, primarily North and in other teams as well. But it's hard to keep up with everybody. But, they're a team that, believes they should be in the tournament. I think NC State, in my opinion, right now, the way they're playing is a tournament team. And, a win today, no matter what, we all know Keats as their leader over there. Everybody's talked about getting rid of him. Everybody's talked about, oh, we should fire him. He's horrible. Is this, he's that. Well, he's doing his best right now to save his job and put NC State on the map. And you cannot tell me an ACC championship, whether they get into the tournament or not, an ACC championship doesn't just keep that man there for another year, because that's big, man. That's huge, especially the teams they've had to go through. So North Carolina's got to come out, and this is going to be a game, I think, very similar to Pitt, a dog fight, a fight back and forth, because this team in NC State wants this. They want this more than anything, and they have shown now that they can go beat anybody in front of them in order to go get this thing, and they want it. So North Carolina's got to come out, and they've got to be ready to fight once again. I want to see Elliott diving for loose balls. I want to see Armando getting physical with DJ Burns in the paint. Got to keep an eye on DJ Horn. So Seth Trimble's going to be called upon big time. Muhammad Diarra is going to be out there trying to do his thing. Michael O'Connell is a guy you have to keep an eye on as well. So defensively, we've got to lock down. We've got to lock down hard, man. This is going to be a back and forth, just dueling fight. And I do believe, because, you look at the past two games that, Carolina and State have played each other. That's exactly what they've been. They've been back and forth fights. The first one was a little bit more of a clean North Carolina victory there outside of the second one. The second one, it was pretty tight there for a while. And Carolina's got to keep an eye and got to keep the pressure on State to be able to keep up with them, because DJ Burns, we talked about it in the post game for the Pitt North Carolina game. He's a little bit of a bigger fella. So the ability for North Carolina to be able to get out and transition is really going to help this team today. So, defense can cause turnovers, can cause transition buckets, man. And that's exactly what we saw in Florida State. We was able to get out and transition so much, and they had to keep up with us. And, for the size of Armando, yeah, I think he's a little skinnier than he's seeing him in person. I think he's a lot skinnier than he should be. You can also tell he's pretty, he's fit for this, man. He is fit and conditioned to be out here and go coast to coast if he needs to. And, going up against a guy like Burns, that's really going to help, man. That could free up for some wide open dunks and some wide open layup lanes for somebody. So, Carolina's got to do the best to defend. This is where it's going to come down to, because I believe DJ Horn, that's the guy you got to watch out for tonight, in my opinion. He is getting ready to – he's going to give you everything he's got, man. I have a feeling DJ Horn tonight will be like Bud Carrington last night, and they've got to stay on top of him. Or if they don't, man, North Carolina can lose this game. They can lose this game. And this is a game North Carolina can absolutely lose if they are not vigilant and they don't stay tough on defense. Personally, I think we're going to be okay, but it's going to be a fight. It wouldn't surprise me if this game does go under. Now, personally, I expect the over. But if this game does go under the 9.5 that they favor Carolina as, and it is a couple of point victory or a 4-point victory for Carolina, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Also, a loss honestly wouldn't surprise me. Depending on how Carolina comes out, that's the least. I don't expect a North Carolina loss. I'm going to put that out there now. I don't expect that. But if NC State is able to secure a win, you'll know more than likely, they were able to get North Carolina out of the rhythm and keep them out of it. And for a team to be able to do that, teams have just got to show me that they can do that right now, because I don't see any team being able to do that. And Pittsburgh threw everything they can at it, and they couldn't get it done. And so did Florida State. And, also they couldn't get it done against Carolina or Duke or anybody in the past basically month here, as North Carolina's been on their win streak. I think it's up to 10 or 9 or 10 right now, as a matter of fact. But, North Carolina needs to get out there defensively, attack the glass, get rebounds, draw contact, get to the foul line, live there. RJ Davis, free that man up, because good God, if he gets a chance, I have a feeling RJ Davis is due for a huge night. I know he had 25 last night. I could easily see him going for 30 tonight. I just got that feeling. And, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with Cormac. He had a bad shooting night last night, and wouldn't surprise me if we see him maybe not go nuts, not 31 points nuts, but it wouldn't surprise me if you see him rattle off 10, 12 points tonight as well. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to know what you guys think, man. And what do you think about this North Carolina NC State game? To me, this is a game you cannot lose. You cannot lose this game tonight. You can't lose it. Now, if we were going up against a team like a Virginia or a Wake Forest or somewhere, somebody outside of Duke and NC State, it's a game that if you lost, okay, even though you wouldn't want to lose and you shouldn't lose, it's not a rival. This is a rival. This is State. This is baby brother. This is fake, man. We don't care about these guys. We hate them. I can't stand the NC State Wolfpack. What bad Wolfie. I can't stand these people, man. But you can't lose to this team tonight. You can't do it because, good God, State fans would never let anybody live it down. Oh, we beat you guys in football all the time, and now we've stolen the championship away from your basketball. We just don't want that headache. So North Carolina, go handle your business, and I think we'll be just fine. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. It's gonna be a fun game, gonna be a fun atmosphere. I can't believe it's already starting at 8:30 tonight. Alan mentioned something to me because we live in South Carolina. So we're about a 7-hour drive from DC. He said to me last night before we went into the post game, he said, "Oh yeah, by the way, man," he said, tickets are like $150 a piece, man. You want to?" I was like, "Please tell me you're joking." Even though it'd be great, I don't think I want to drive 7 hours for that. I'll drive 3 to Chapel Hill, but 7 to the DC. Whew, even though I do want to go to DC sometimes, it's a pretty cool place. Anyway, before we get out of here. This bracket, the ACC championship bracket, ends tonight. The tournament ends tonight with the championship game. Afterwards, we have Selection Sunday, which I do plan to go live during to see where North Carolina lines up and maybe see what their bracket ends up being. But come hang out with us and do something with us, man. We are doing a March Madness bracket. There's a video just below. It's actually a live stream right now. I don't think I have turned it over to a video yet. So go to the live stream section and you'll see something about a special announcement, and you'll see that we're doing a March Madness bracket / giveaway. You guys can join in. You can be a part of our bracket. Come in there and play the bracket. And if you happen to be one of the top 3 winners at the end of it, it's going to be played on the ESPN tournament app. You guys will win prizes, from Fanatics of your choosing, up to a certain dollar amount, which it is set in the terms below that you can all of you guys can go see if you go to that video there. So be sure and come out and do that, man. We want to see you out there. We want to have fun. We want to give back to you guys if we can. And, I think this would be a fun way to do it. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. And as always, go Heels.
You don't want none!